But when you look at these two sides, two championship sides, as Robert mentioned, they're chasing for that promotion, isn't it? Where do their priorities lie when it comes to the FA Cup? Because we see that sometimes with Premier League teams, they sort of see FA Cup as a bit of a distraction at times, maybe putting on a B team or giving youngsters some opportunity. But for Sheffield United and for Blackburn Rovers, is FA Cup also a priority in some level?
Well, it certainly is today, because that's the game that matters. You know, and as Robbo just suggested, of course, it comes just prior to international break. If you look at the two sides, you know, Sheffield United are second in the table and Blackburn are fifth at the moment. Sheffield United have been certainly more prolific in front of goal than Blackburn this season, and they've been tighter at the back. In their league meetings, it's one apiece. And if you look at Blackburn's recent form, 1-6 of their last 7 in all competitions. You know, there's not much between these two sides. Priority today, FA Cup, a place in the semi-final at Wembley. Once you get there, you're one step away from the final. I think it's a huge game for both these clubs regards their ambition, even in relation to the fact that their ultimate ambition has to be to get back into the English Premier League.
Is the ultimate ambition to get back into the Premier League, Robbo? Because I spoke to a friend of mine who's a Blackburn Rovers fan, and he'd much rather prioritise and go as far as possible in the FA Cup than try to vie for a playoff spot or automatic promotion.
Listen, it's always, when you look back in football, you always think about what trophies that you've won, and you always remember the winners. You know, 9 times out of 10, you'll not remember a team that failed in the playoffs. And from a fan's point of view, a day out at Wembley is incredible. But we're fortunate now in England, they have the semi-finals at Wembley. So whoever wins today will end up playing at Wembley, but it won't be in the final, obviously a semi-final. But I disagree with that. I think the main aim for both of these two sides will be promotion to the Premier League. I know for Sheffield United, it's absolutely imperative that they get into the Premier League with the way that the club's structured, the finances, the wages and everything else. I think it would be a big trouble ahead for Sheffield United if they weren't to qualify for the EPL this year. Blackburn, on the other hand, have got an outside chance, and it wouldn't be a disaster if they didn't. But I think financially, Blackburn have been out of the Premier League for so long now. I think it's, you know, the last time that they got relegated was when I was playing, so that's how long ago it was. And they've been in the midst of the Championship for such a long time that a return to the Premier League now would be an untimely boost, and it'd be absolutely incredible for them. Both of these two have to prioritise the EPL. As we know, and as we all watch on Astro, Stadium Astro, we look at the games, it's the EPL that matters. It's what everybody wants around the world. It's what everybody watches. And the financial rewards that come with that are incredible. Yes, the FA Cup is fantastic, and people will remember whoever wins the FA Cup. But actually, financially and for the club's benefit, both of these needs to be in the Premier League.